निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे तु जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम् ॐ नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे रामप्रेमामृतेन मे. Now some of the pointers that you have said about the vasanas. First, to recognize and accept that I have to improve. There is something, let us see how the great devotee, Narad Muni, also fell in, so to say, stumble upon. Who are we to say he fell in trap? He stumbled upon himself. And very often we observe that we get trapped into the very thing that we think we have conquered. And we said, oh, I conquered my passion. I conquered my lust. And the very same thing brings us down. So that is something to learn. Another good thing about Naraji is all along we saw that he kept asking, finally he went to God for whatever he wanted. He asked what devotees shouldn't ask. Instead of asking Lord's devotion, he asked Lord's beauty. That is because his buddhi, we are going to see this, was not available for him to do reflective things. And what I did just do, what did Shivji tell me? All this. He was unaware of that. But nevertheless, he went to God, nobody else. It reminds me of a real life experience. Our Puja Swami Tejamanandaji was telling how even though we are in trouble, we don't agree something, we get angry, but then still we should stay with our Guru or Shastras. And he was saying, I won't tell the names, but the thing is, he said, one brahmachari, see, when we were learning 2 years together, we were all surrounded by 25, 30 years old. And I remember how I was at 30. We want everything and our emotions are high and then whatever. So one brahmachari came to Guruji's room and he sat there and Guruji asked him, because see, we are not allowed to see him during our course. We have to study. Other than the activity, just study. So he said, why you have come? So after everybody left, he said, Guruji, I am so angry. I want to beat this such and such student. I want to beat him. He said, I don't care whether you would remove me from this place, but I want to beat him before I go. And Guruji said, I told him, I'm happy that he came to me first. Now that Brahmachari is Swami. But I'm just sharing these sweet interactions that he said, thank God he came to me first. I was not angry. So I asked him, Guruji, were you angry with him? He said, no, I was not angry. And in fact, I admired him that he came to me first. See how Guru is compassionate. Shastras are compassionate. These stories, when I read this, they bring closer to us, gives us confidence that, let's proceed if we keep telling stories. So when he was narrating, Lord kind of made a frowny face, but Naraji was not able to catch that, because when we have Abhimana, we keep telling our own thing, we keep telling we miss even the important things others have said. And then Lord actually was saying, Are Naraji, with chanting your name, people's passion and lust goes away. Of course you are great. And this we saw, it was advised by sarcasm, Vyanga Upadesh. But before that, Narad had already received advice of pure heart from Shivji. And then he went to Brahmaji, his father, and father didn't say anything. In other Puranas it is given, but then see Tulsidas ji is so devotion oriented, sadhaka oriented advice of spiritual seekers, he didn't say anything. Mauna Upadesh, Vyanga Upadesh. And then what happened? We saw that. He wanted Lord's beauty because this Vishwa Mohini, he said, I must marry her. And then, but see, Lord's Maya was so compassionate. Only those Shiva Ganas, they saw him in a monkey form and Vishwamohini. Everybody saw him as a Narad Muni. But he was furious because she didn't marry him. And then the Shiva Ganas told him, Narad Muni, look your face in mirror or water somewhere. And when he saw a monkey, he said, I asked Lord's beauty and then he made me monkey. And then he cursed those Shivaganas that you be asuras in your next life. You be Rakshasas. So, okay, some commentators have said Naraji should have calmed down by that. And then when he looked again, he was back to Narad Muni. Only temporarily he saw himself as a monkey. And then when he again saw, he was Narad Muni. So he should have been calmed down. But no, he said, how could this Lord do to me? And he went there. And then we're going to read this Chopais on page 76, Chopais 2 and 3. See, he says, now see the mind, the psyche of Narad Muni. He said, what should I do when I see Lord? Should I curse him? Devu Shrapa, should I curse him? Or should I die? I think I would rather die myself or curse him. Now, why this choice? Because he knows, see, even during in this, his thinking as he is Lord, he knows at the same time he is angry with him. Because only if Lord blesses, the shrapa, the curse is going to fructify. Without that, see, you and me say anything to anybody. Is anybody afraid of me getting angry? No, because nothing happened. Nobody cares, So I don't have strength. So the second option is, otherwise, I think I better die. And then he said, Jagata Mori Upahasa Karai, he make me a laughing stock of the world. What is this? While he was saying this, he was thumping and he saw Vishnu Bhagwan. Bichahi Pant Mile Danuchari. He saw him. And with whom? He was Sangha Rama and Sovi Rajkumari, the same Rajkumari whom he was, the same one. That very same one with Rajkumari has married and just come. Oh my goodness. And then what did Lord do? See, Lord also Kautuki and Hitakari. He was sporting. It's his own way to throw a prank. So he said, Bole Madhur Vachan Surasai. Sura Devata, Lord of Devata, Surasai, Lord. Bole Madhura Vachan. He said sweet words. Oh Muni, you look little distressed. Where are you going? What happened to you? You look little puzzled. Sunata Bhajan Upaja Ati Krodha. By listening to this, and then Maya Basan Rahamana. Because of this anger, the Bodha, as Pujya Gurudev used to say, headlights gone. Buddhi is gone. Do you remember which verse we chanted just now? Maya Basa Raha Mana Bodha Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha Sammohat Smriti Vibhramaha Smriti Bhramshat Buddhinashaha buddhinashat pranashyati. This is a ladder of fall. This is what is happening. Now, we are spiritual seekers. Hey, we shouldn't contemplate on the ladder of fall. There is also ladder of rise. There is, I'll give you a hint, in Bhaja Govindam. Anybody knows? Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivanamukti. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamati. How do we feel so confident when all our delusions go? I'll tell you a real story. One student who was a Balvihar student, she came back to me after 8, 9 years. This is an old story. She wanted to do summer internship in my lab. And then sure we discussed. And while talking, she took out her phone. See, those 20 years back, these phones were smartphones were now they're common. But in those days, there were other what they used to call this some phone. Yeah, yeah. So I said, and I saw her. I said, Gauri, you don't have smartphone. And she said, no, because just previous day before, two Balviyar parents came to me and said, Arvind, tell my child she's in 8th grade and she's insisting on having smartphone. And she said, Uncle, I don't need. Why? It works. She said, I don't need. So I said, Gauri, would you please come to my Balviyar class and talk to students? And she came. And they had a good discussion. And after that, those students, they shared. They said, yes, I am confident. I don't need this. I don't need to be a peer pressure or whatever. That's not the point. Point is, do I really need it? So that thing only comes see, we learn part of it from our friends, part of peers, part of parents, part of from the Shastras, part of our own reflection, every aspect. So Maya Abhasana, Maya has to go. And now see, this Ramcharitmanas is Natya Kavya. And saints, they sing it in a different way. See, how is the normal tune? Bole Madur Vachan Surasai Muni kaha chale bikal ki nai. Like that, okay? Now see, now the what happens? Now Naradji is speaking. Now he's very angry, right? He's lost his composure. Now see how the saints sing this. Beautiful presentation of this Natya Kavya, okay? Please follow it.
पर संपदा सकहु नहीं देखी तुम्हारे ईर्षा कपट विशेषी मकत सिंधु रुद्रहि बौरायं सुरन प्रेरि विषपान कराय असुर सुरा विष संकरही आपुर मामनि चारु स्वारक साधक कुटिल तुम सदा कपट व्यवहारु परम स्वतंत्र न सिर पर कोई पावई मन ही करऊ तुम सोई भले ही मंद मंदे ही भल करऊ विस्मय हर्ष नहीं कछु धरऊ डहकी परिचय सब गाऊ अति असंक मन सदा उचाहू करम शुभा शुभ तुम ही न बाधा अब लगी तुम ही न काहू साधा भले भवन अब बायन दीना उदे फल आपन कीना बंचे हूँ मोहि जवनी दरि देहा सोई तनु धरहु शाप मम देहा कपि आकृति तुम कीनी हमारी करी हई कीस सहाय तुम्हारी मम अपकार कीन तुम भारी नारी विरह तुम होव गारी.
We'll stop here, we'll take a break. Now, very wonderful. He said, now see, when we get angry, it is so human. See, do you think only when the husband or wife they loses the temper, or do you think only in such arguments the past record comes and in other fights it doesn't come? Now see, Narad is taking all past records of Bhagwan and twist it. He said, you can't stand parasampada. You are a kapati by deceitfully, by means. And he said, now see, the past record is coming out. It doesn't matter how many years you are married. 40, 50 years also. This, I don't need to tell you, we all know it, right? You're all laughing, so I think you're agreeing with me. Okay, now we say, let's be serious. Matata Sindhu Rudrahi Baurayu. See, while in the Sagara Manthan, Samudra Manthan, churning up ocean, when the poison came, what did you do? You're so deceitful. You told Devatas, go approach Shivji. He'll help you. Go. Surana Preri Bishapana Karayu. You didn't tell. You told those Devatas, go. Shankarji will help you. And then what happened? And then when the wine came, you gave it to Asuras. And you yourself gave Rama when Lakshmiji came, and then that money, Samantak money came, that other money, you kept it to yourself. See, you can't, you are so deceitful. And Swartha Sadhaka Kuttatuma, Kapata Vyavaharu. Always you are like that. See, while doing all this, he is telling the truth, but see, did Bhagwan was deceitful to Shankar Bhagwan? See, by giving him that job, he in fact glorified the glory and powers of Shankar. Otherwise, how we would have known? If Vishnu himself would have done everything, how we would have known? And should Suras, Devata, should they get wine? See, I'm not saying whether you should like wine or not, but you decide. To Ramcharitmanas is calling us Asuras. So converse must be true, isn't it? Yeah. So actually good thing Bhagwan did. See, by Bhagwan, Shankar Bhagwan drinking the poison, his glories became known to all the world. Now, next. Now he says, Parama Swatantra, Tirapana Koi. Nobody's, you don't have, anybody can't tell you. No one can tell you what to do. Behave as if you are the ultimate boss. What is this? Now see, by saying this, actually this is truth. Paramasvat, is there anybody greater than the ultimate God, the reality? No. Someone was telling me in the 2 Sundays back that they like the references that Tulsi Raji must have had in mind when he said this of Kathopanishad. Parama Swatantrana Sthirapara. Now, those of you who have studied Kathopanishad, very nice Upanishad for sadhaka point of view. There it comes. Indriyebhya pararyarthaha arthebhyasya param manaha. See, artha means, see, one meaning of artha is meaning. But there are many arthas. For money is also artha. With indriyas, I do the artha. But artha means most important thing. So let's say I grab somebody to snatch away this phone or some valuable thing with indriyas. So, but then with my indriyas I snatch. But what is important? Indriyas or the object? The object, isn't it? Now, better than the object is mind. Because who enjoys it? Mind enjoys it. This is a simple meaning I'm giving you. Manasastu para buddhihi buddher atma mahan paraha. Better, higher, powerful than the mind is buddhi. Do you agree? See, we better agree and accept. Otherwise, when my mind is confused, we won't have known. Buddhi has to be on higher level. And then higher than the buddhi, our existence. Can we be confused or happy without existence? So Atma here is Satchit Ananda. We have to be conscious and aware of ourselves first as a Sakshi. Buddha Atma Mahan Para. But then this Atma, the Vyakta, I'm conscious, this is this life. But before coming to this life, I had this journey. Last week we saw that this is not our first journey, first life, isn't it? So, Mahata Parama Vyaktam, this unmanifest is more important. Avyaktat Purusha Paraha. Even before manifestation, there is something else. I'll give a simple example. Right now, our transaction is going on in Vyakta, manifested words. So I'm speaking and you are understanding, right? This is called as in technical terms, Vaikhari one. Okay. Now, but then as I'm speaking these sentences, the next sentence which I'm going to speak, you don't know, but I better know. Otherwise, I won't be able to talk in sequence or logically. So that is avyakta. But then when it bubble comes up, I see it, pashyanti, para pashyanti, madhyama. So the express language, first I see madhyama, the joining between vaikhari and then the bubble comes, that pashyanti. I see something that I say, after this sentence, the next sentence should come this one. So I see it, pashyati, I see it. Now, where that thought is coming from? So when, forget me, when the saints speak, their language comes from Paravan. That's why Pujya Dilip ji quoted Pujya Gurudev's book. Even though we read it again and again, newer and newer meaning comes because it is saints' Vani is ever fresh. Paravani. So that's what it says. Avyaktat Purusha Paraha. Purushan Param Kinchit Sa Kashtasa Paragati. Gati is my ultimate goal is that. Sa Kashtasa Paragati. But so Naradji, even in his angry mood, is telling all the truth. But he is not doing Bhagwan's stuti. he is angry at Bhagwan. Parama Swatantrana, Siraparapai. Just because no one is able to ask you something, you behave any way you want. Not happy. And now what do? Balehi manda, mandehi bhala karahu. Mukam karoti vacharam. Pangum langhayate girim. Mandehi bhala. But then those who can do, those who are not so eligible, they can make eligible. Or eligible also they can make it manda. What is there? So Narad Muni is saying, I am Narad, I am Devarshi, you made me monkey. And those two Shivaganas, you made him appeared in a Brahmin form. That's how they could enter the Yajnesha. For them you elevated. And for me, you demoted as a monkey. What? I tell you, I can't. Vismaya harashana hiya kuch dharo. Dahaki parichayu sabakahu ati asankamana sada ushahu. Your mind is so always doing new things. I can't even imagine. Karma subhasuva tumahina bada. Whatever you do, nothing affects you. Yeah, nothing affects you. Him because he's a Sakshi, he's an Atma. Nothing affects him. And he said, up until now, abalagi tumahina kahu sada. Up until now, you didn't meet your match. But now you met the match. He's saying, now be aware. Now you are going to deal with me. Now because when we are angry, we just are angry. We don't curse Bhagwan, We don't. So in a way, he's saying, Bhalahu Bhavan Abba Bayana Dina means I was in a great honorable place and you gave him this present monkey form. Pav huge falapan apana kina vanjahu mohi yavani dhari deha. He said, you didn't meet me with that young girl. Soitanu dharahu shrapamamai. You didn't get united with her. She was mine. So Bhagavan said, when was she yours? You just saw her. That's all. You just saw her. Hmm. Now he said, first he said, Soi tanu dharahu shapa mama ehan. Means just like in this form, you deprived me of that princess, that stree, that wife, you too will have to take human form. So Ethan, same means human form you have to take, and dharahu, you have to take that human form. This is my sharp to you, I cursed you. And you made me monkey, kapi akruti tuma kini hamari, karahi ki sasahaya tumhari. You will have to take becoming human form, and then you have to take the help of monkeys. Now see, if I'm human being and take other human same equal, but then you have to take the director is demoted and now he has to take the help of some cleaning lady, cleaning staff. What a disgrace, isn't it? So now you made me monkey. Now you become human. You will have to take. You become in need. You will be in distress, and you will have to take the form of help from monkeys because you made me monkey. Mama apakara kina tuma bhari, na rahi birha tuma ho dukhari. You separated me from that Vishwa Mohini. You too will have to suffer by losing your wife. Hmm. Now, what did Lord do? See, the Lord see Kautuki and Hitakari. Lord could have said, Naradji, where was your dispassion when you just few minutes back? He didn't say that. He didn't say. Bhagavan said, Shrapa Sisadari Harashihiya. Sasa Sisadari. Shrapa Sisadari means he approved. You curse me this, I approve. But Harashi here, in the mind, in his heart, he laughed. Because openly he didn't laugh. Because again he will get angry. See how each word, the chosen, how deep you can do. This whole Chaupais we read, there are nice commentaries if you want to reflect more. All the Naraji is saying in a very angry way how it is also actually true and it's truthful and it can map to Upanishadic truth that he was doing correct. There are 11, 12 pages of commentaries. Very nice if you want to reflect. Even though angry, he was telling the truth. But not, he didn't know. Naraji didn't know this. In that sense, he was not saying. He and here Prabhu Bahu Binati Kini. And then what did Bhagwan do? He said, I accept your curse. And then he said, Nijamaya kai prabalata, his own powers. Karashi means he withdrew. Karashi Krupanidhi Lini. He withdrew his Maya. And when he withdrew his Maya, suddenly Naradji, there was no Vishwa Mohini. There was nothing, everything. He saw Bhagavan Vishnu. Said, oh, what happened? He realized that. And then he says, Jab Hari Maya Duri Nivari, Nahi Taha Rama, na Rajakumari. There was neither Rama nor Rajakumari. At that time, Muni Ati Sabhita Harisha. At that time, Naradji fell to Lord's. See, Lord is so compassionate. Gaye Pahi Pranatarati Harana. Oh Lord, please save me. Please save me. See, Lord didn't say, I'm omitting two chopas, we are running out of time because we have to finish this. Narad Moho Prasanga, someone was asking, Arvindji, this is your 18th session, Ram Janma hua ki nahi? I mean, Ram has not come. When are you going to bring Ramji? What is this? What is this going on? I know you are anxious. I mean, Ram to aaye nahi. But in Bal Kanda, Ram Bhagwan doesn't come until Doha 263. All these stories. We have skipped actually a lot of stories. Anyway, so Lord didn't tell Narad Bhagwan. Didn't you remember what Shivji told? He didn't say. He didn't say, where did you do tapas, in which cave, and what happened? He didn't say any of that. He said, don't worry. I'm just telling you the gist of the chaupais that I omitted. He said, don't worry. Don't. It was my Maya. I, you were speaking through, I only, as though prompting you. I also was getting bored, and I also wanted to do sport. This sporting. I also wanted to go down and take a human form. Don't worry. It's not your fault. I made you do this. Actually, Lord was, I heard this from Mahatma. He said, Lord was upset with Naraji a little bit because he didn't listen to Shankar Bhagwan's advice. Shankar Bhagwan is Adi Guru. And that's why gurus, they like when we are in distress. Although I'm angry, I still think my last resort is Guru. How many incidences they pass through my mind, I tell you. I don't have that much Shraddha to Guru, but in distress, if you remember Guru, Guru saves you. I promise, if anything else, if we learn this, we'll be saved in our life. So Bhagwan, Vishnu Bhagwan said, Naraji is Adi, Shiva, Shankar Bhagwan Adi Guru. He told you, and you, in fact, even after telling you did exact opposite. Then you didn't listen to your dad also. That was, he was upset. So he said, Naraji, don't worry. I know you must be feeling bad. So he said, Japahu Jai Shankara Satanam. Do Shankara Satanamavali. See, again, so much to learn from Bhagwan. He didn't say, do my japa. He didn't say, do Shankar Bhagwan's japa. See how great saints are. Even though saints save us, they don't say, I did it. Because they actually work through Parashakti. They never feel also. They're not pretending. They're just telling that their own experience. They're saying, thank Bhagwan, Bhagwan saved. For us, we see Guru in a Lord, as in a form of Lord. So he told him, do Shankar Bhagwan's japa. Hoi Hridaya Turata Bishram. Your heart will be quenched. It will be quiet. Koi nahi siva samana priya mo. Vishnu Bhagwan is saying, nobody is dear to me more than Lord Shiva. Now see, all this information is there, and in my short-sightedness, all this Shiva and Vaishnava fights, all this, they are so meaningless, so off the point. Anyway, so Asiparatiti Tajahu Jadibhu. So he said, do Shankar Bhagwan Japa, your mind will be quietened, and Shankar Bhagwan is most dear to you. So do it. We also, I've heard many parents, when they are celebrating their grandpa, or mothers or fathers tithi, they do certain things and they say, my dad used to love this doing. In his memory, I'm doing this. So he's telling Narad Muni, of course, you are listening to Vishnuji, but then do it because Shankar Bhagwan is very dear to Vishnu. Do it, he's Adi Guru. And this, saying this, Naradji went. So he's doing Shankar Shatanamavali. So we also should do Shankar Bhagwan's japa. So last 2 minutes, we'll chant, sit straight. We'll do Shankar Shatanamavali with Naradji. Vishnu Bhagwan has assured us our mind will be quenched, will be reassured, rejuvenated.
Shankar, Shankar, Shankara. Shankar, Shankar, Shankara. Shankara Abhayankara. Shankara Abhayankara. Pahi Mam Krupakara. पाहि मां कृपाकरा पाहि मां परमेश्वरा पाहि मां परमेश्वरा शंकर शंकर शंकरा शंकर शंकर शंकरा शंकर हर हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर नमः
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. Next week, I'll be telling this kalpas Ram Janma Katha, what happened. See, Ram Janma happened in various kalpas. So there will be last story before Rama comes. But I'm sure many of you may not know it, but very enchanting. Okay, so meet you next week. Sorry, I was